Hello everybody, my name is Sam and welcome back to English Sponge. Today I am going to show you my kitchen. So, this is my kitchen. This is my kitchen. Now, my kitchen is not very big, but I thought I would show you the different parts of my kitchen. Starting off with this. This is my fridge. This top part is my freezer. In my freezer, there are some frozen food. Here, I have some potatoes. I have some frozen chicken wings. And in here, there are some ice cubes. This is an ice cube. These are ice cubes. So, trying to put that back. This is my freezer. Let me close the door. On my freezer, there are some magnets. This is a fridge magnet. It sticks to the fridge. This fridge magnet sticks to the fridge. And then down here, we have my fridge. Now, I do not have very much food in my fridge. Let's look what we have. Here, I have some pasta. I have some cooked pasta. Here, I have some cheese, which is my favorite. Here, I have some salami. Here is where I keep my butter as well. Down here, we have 2 apples. We have 2 apples that I just dropped. Here, we have some chicken. This is some chicken that I need to eat. Well, I need to cook before I eat it. We have some sauce. Here we have some chicken and rice. This is chicken and rice. And on this part of my fridge, we have some of my drinks and sauces. So this is milk. This is milk. This is some juice. I have juice with some different fruits. So there's a strawberry, there's an apple, so there's a few different fruits. And finally, we have some sauces. Some sauces to put on my food. Okay, closing the fridge and moving on over to the kitchen. So, hello. Starting here, we have a microwave. This is a microwave. Now, I have not used the microwave yet, so I don't know if it's good or it's bad. But this is the microwave. This is a handle, and this is the door. So I can open the microwave and close the microwave. Here we have the different settings. This is a button. So these buttons are different settings. And this is a dial. This is a dial that I can turn to, change the times and things of the microwave. Next, under the microwave, we have our oven. This is an oven. This is the thing I use the most in my kitchen. On the oven, there are 3 dials. 1 dial, 2 dials, 3 dials. This dial changes the temperature. So if I turn the dial, it changes the temperature. This dial changes the setting. So if I want this setting, I turn the dial. If I want this setting, I turn the dial. And if I want to turn the oven off, I have the arrow pointing upwards. And finally, we have the timer. This is the oven's timer. So we use this to set the time. This is the oven's door. This is the handle. So I can open the oven and show you inside. See, it's really nothing special. This is a pizza pan. This is a pizza pan. Last night, I ate pizza for my dinner and I cooked it using the pizza pan. Let's move on to the main part of the kitchen. This is the kitchen counter. This is the kitchen counter. This is the stove. This whole part is the stove. On the stove, we have two hobs. This is a hob. This is also a hob. So, on the stove, there are two hobs, a bigger hob and a smaller hob. These dials control the hobs. So, if I want to turn on this hob, I turn the dial. That is the lowest temperature setting. Or I can set it to the highest temperature setting. And then I have turned it off. Now, these hobs are electricity. They heat up using electricity. Here we have a kitchen roll. This is a kitchen roll. And here we have a block of knives. These are knives. So this is a block of knives. This is quite a long knife. Let me put it back in. Let me take this one out. Oh, this knife is too big. I cannot take it out with only one hand. Moving on. Here we have the most important part of my kitchen. This is my kettle. This is my kettle. The kettle boils water. The kettle boils water. I push in, I open up, and then fill the kettle in the sink. After I fill the kettle, I place it on the hob. This is a hob. This is also a hob. This is a hob. Let me show you. A hob. Also a hob. And I place the kettle on the hob. After I place the kettle on the hob, I take the plug and I plug it into the socket. Then turn on the kettle. And you see, this little red light has turned on, so the kettle is boiling. And you can probably hear it as well. Moving on, we have the sink. This is the sink. This is the tap. So I can turn on the water and the water is running. If I want hot water, I move the tap to this side. I can turn it on. In the sink, I have a mug and I have a knife. And there is a plug. This is a plug. The plug stops the water from draining. When the water goes down the plug, the water is draining. So this is a plug. Here we have some cleaning materials, some different cleaning materials. And as you can see, I have some things to clean. So why don't we? First, let's move the kettle out the way and let's take out my drying rack. This is a drying rack. Now, my drying rack is very big, so I don't keep it out all the time. So, let's do some cleaning. Here we have a mug. So we want to pour out any of the liquid. We want to take our sponge and take our washing up liquid. This is washing up liquid. We want to squeeze a little bit of the washing up liquid onto the sponge, close the lid, and put the liquid back. Then we turn on the tap, get the sponge wet, and we clean our mug. Let's clean our mug. I clean inside the mug first, and then outside the mug. After I have cleaned the mug, I rinse the water. I rinse it with water. It's important to rinse it with water to get the soap off of it. Then it's time to place it in the drying rack. But you couldn't see that part. Here we have a knife. This knife was used to cut pizza, which is why it has all of this on it. So, just as before, we're going to clean a little bit. I'm going to see how much of the pizza comes off the cheese. Luckily, I think most of it came off pretty quickly. So let's rinse the knife, then let's look. Very nice. It is almost clean, but I want to take this metal scrubber, just to make sure any extra parts are gone. Any extra parts are clean. Cool. So, just like before, rinse, and then. So, thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you learned some kitchen vocabulary today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.